Check. And I believe mic is working. Alright, welcome back, guys. So now we are getting ready for the women's race. So this is going to be a 3-lap race around the same Volcano circuit map in Watopia in Zwift. So we are just quickly looking at the points table. We have Ruchi with 8 points, Hasini with 5, Lavanya with 3, Lavangi with 1, and the others also, Bulbuli and Gladys with 1 as well. A couple of them couldn't participate in the last race, but they are here this time around. We have Gladys, Mitra, Lavangi, Lavanya and Ruchi signed up for this race, so it's going to be an exciting one. And we are about a minute and 35 seconds from the start, and this is going to be a crit style event as well, 3 laps. We are 30 seconds from starting, and the same rules apply here as well. So we have preem lap points, we have standardization in the bikes and the wheels, and we're hoping the best woman wins. And we're about to start in 5, 3, 2, 1, and we are off. And we have Ruchi, we have Lavangi, we have Mitra sprinting at the start to catch up. We have Gladys as well. Looks like Ruchi and Lavangi are already a second ahead. Or is that Gladys? It's still jumping around. Looks like they're all still pretty much together. Maybe a second or two here and there. Seems like there's a 3-second gap now. So definitely the front two is Ruchi and Lavangi, and we have Gladys and Mitra a couple of seconds behind, 3 seconds behind. So if they put in a little bit of an effort, they can certainly jump across. Right now we can see Ruchi is already playing smart, so she's using her draft power up while she was sitting behind Lavangi, and utilizing some of that draft to reduce the amount of work that she has to do. And now Lavangi is doing the same thing, so both of them are kind of playing cat and mouse with each other right from the start. And we have Gladys here using the feather power up. There's a small gradient up here, like a 1-2%, and Mitra is right on Gladys's wheel. Both of them are a couple of seconds behind. So this is going to be a good battle. Looks like we have 4 women racing today. So we certainly can see a fight for all 3 top spots. And yeah, here we can see the gap is already 10 seconds now between the front two, and this is where Ruchi is starting to slowly pull away from Lavangi. So there's a 1 second gap between Ruchi and Lavangi as they finish up with this gradual climb. Ruchi is slowly pulling away. It's now up to 2-3 seconds. And as you all know, Ruchi is the winner from the first race. She is already with 8 points, and Lavangi finished 4th in the first race, so this time around if she finishes second, she will still get 5 points, so she still needs to fight for second spot. That is a pretty colorful bike. I didn't know we could do a custom livery on these bikes, but I'll probably look into that as well. Ruchi is about 9-10 seconds ahead, so she's already gotten away and she's settling into her rhythm. And here we have Gladys a couple of seconds behind Lavangi, and Mitra is behind Gladys. So Mitra needs to put in a little bit of an effort to catch up with Gladys, and the same applies for Gladys. She needs to put in a bit of an effort to catch up to Lavangi. Now these women also already rode in the morning. They already had their workout, so they rode for a bit, and it's really awesome to see them back on the bike again. So what's going on with everyone? Some crazy fitness levels, riding twice in a day. Now Ruchi's got like a 14-second gap, and my guess is it's going to slowly keep increasing, considering that Ruchi is settling into her zone. If you guys remember from the first race, once Ruchi made the break, she executed it with perfection, so she was holding steady power, kind of like a TT effort, if you will, for the entirety of the race, and I'm expecting to see something similar today as well. Let's see if she can beat her previous race's 20-minute power in this race. The other thing that you guys would also remember is all women that participated in the first race, they all got new 20-minute power numbers, which was just amazing to watch. It certainly reinforces that safety aspect. Obviously the roads are not as safe. You have potholes, you have folks riding in the wrong direction, animals, cattle crossing the road, and so on. So there is that little bit of a tentativeness for a lot of folks riding outdoors, and they don't push as much as they could. Like physically they're able to, but they are just not mentally prepared to push. But on this Zwift platform, with the safety of being indoors and not having to worry about all these things, we did see that all the women pushed really hard in the last race, and I'm expecting nothing less in this race either. So we can see Ruchi has already crossed the banner and the first lap starts, and for the women, the lap 1 is going to be the preem lap. So we are in the preem lap now, so whoever crosses the banner first after this lap gets over will be getting 5 points. Whoever crosses second will be getting 4 points, and then whoever crosses third will be getting 3 points. Now this is crucial because this could play a major role in the overall point standings as well. So let's wait and watch. And here we have Mitra. So Mitra is also a first-time Zwift racer. So it's really amazing to see. She just messaged me a few minutes back and said she was having trouble with her Zwift. So a lot of stress just before her first race, but glad to see that she's on. And glad to see that she's pushing herself. Here we see Ruchi coming up to this short punchy section, and this is where she could increase the gap between her and the others, owing to the fact that she's pushing pretty good numbers, 230 watts at her body weight. She's pushing close to 4.5 watts per kilo for the entire climb, so that's excellent work. I know I can't do that, so seriously kudos. And now we have Lavangi coming up to that same section. She's about 30 seconds behind Ruchi. And if you all remember, Lavangi is the person that met with the accident a couple of months ago, so it was awesome to see her back on the bike a month back, racing again on this indoor platform. And it's again awesome to see her racing today as well, and putting in a strong effort as well. And here we have Gladys. Gladys is about 18 seconds, 19 seconds behind Lavangi, so she is maintaining that gap. Let's see if she can put up a fight and catch up to Lavangi. And we can see Ruchi is about 40 seconds ahead now. She's pulling away, and she's doing that steady effort that she's so famous for doing in the first race. It's really amazing to watch. Looks like the gap between Lavangi and Gladys has slowly increased. There's about a 30-second gap now, and Lavangi is about 50 seconds behind Ruchi. And this is the preem lap, so whoever crosses first will be getting 5 points, whoever crosses second will be getting 4, and then the third person will be getting 3 points. As of now, it looks like Ruchi is going to be taking 5 points, Lavangi is going to be taking 4, and Gladys will be taking 3. Let's wait and watch. Now we are looking at Ruchi, and she's about 600 to 800 meters from the banner, and that's the finish for the preem lap. So she's about 50 seconds ahead of Lavangi, so she's going to be taking all 5 points in addition to the 8 that she already has from the first race. So she's certainly putting in a big gap between her and the second place rider. And here we see Ruchi crossing first, so she's going to be taking all 5 points for the preem. And she is doing that solid steady effort, 180 watts. And now we are back to watching Lavangi. She's in second spot right now. She's got about a 30-second gap on Gladys. So looks like she's going to be taking second spot for the preem lap, and that would be 4 points. Yep, she's going to be taking 4 points now. She's crossing the preem lap banner in second spot. And next we have Gladys, and she is about 30 seconds behind. So she's going to be crossing third and taking 3 points. And she's rocking the Arrow helmet. Nice work, Gladys, on taking third spot. Okay, and we can see the lap times on the left. So Ruchi's lap time was 6:54. Lavangi was 7:43. So about 50 seconds between them on that lap. And then Gladys 8:07. So Ruchi is certainly putting the hurt on these women. She's pushing hard. There we can see again she's pushing 4.5-5 watts per kilo going uphill. And yeah, that heart rate is a little scary for an oldie like myself to watch, but these kids have a really strong heart, so I'm sure she's riding within her limit. And here we see Lavangi. She's about 50 seconds ahead of Gladys, or 45 seconds, and she's about a minute 20 behind Ruchi. So it looks like all these women have kind of separated themselves, and they're just doing their own TT efforts, steady paced efforts. Let's see if anyone cracks or if anyone manages to do something extraordinary to catch up with the person ahead. Okay, over to Gladys, and Gladys is about 40 seconds behind, so she's certainly pushing pretty hard and doing a pretty solid race herself, and she's kind of managing the gap between her and Lavangi. So let's see, there's still a lap and a half to go, so anything could happen. Maybe she can push hard and catch up, and then the two of them could battle it out for second spot. Only time will tell. And then over to Mitra, and Mitra is finishing up with her lap as well. Nice work to Mitra for just showing up and doing this race. It's really hard to race indoors because there's no chance for you to let off. You're on the gas right from the get-go. There's no relaxation. There's no time to breathe. You just have to keep pushing. And here we see Gladys has reduced the gap by about 10 seconds between her and Lavangi, so it's down to 34 seconds now. So she's definitely catching up to Lavangi, and at this rate she could even catch up and battle it out for second spot. Okay, let's jump over to Ruchi, and Ruchi's all the way up front. She is going to be finishing her second lap in about 1.5 kilometers. She's got a solid lead over the second place person. And Ruchi's coming up on finishing her second lap. She's got one more lap to go after this. Let's see if she bettered her first lap. 6:54.7 was the first. Okay, looks like that was the better lap. She's still maintaining that steady power. She's got a good gap, so I think she can afford to relax a little bit if she wants to. She doesn't have to push all the way, as long as she's just managing the gap between her and the others. And we are back to Lavangi, and yeah, the gap between her and Ruchi is about 1 minute and 55, almost 2 minutes. And looks like Lavangi is maintaining that gap between her and Gladys. She popped the feather power up right at the uphill section, so smart. We're back to Ruchi, and she is catching up on Mitra. She's going to overlap Mitra. There, and she passes Mitra as well. So Ruchi is now halfway through the last lap and she's about to finish, and what a strong finish it's going to be. Okay, now we are back to Lavangi, and the gap between Ruchi and Lavangi is now 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So we're sure that Ruchi is going to take the win here. Just waiting to see if Gladys can reduce the gap between her and Lavangi, but it seems to be maintaining 55 seconds now, so slowly increasing in fact. So looks like Lavangi is managing the gap. Now we are back to Ruchi. She's in the finish stretch. She's got a couple of kilometers to go before her race will be over, and she'll take the win. As usual, a masterclass. Her heart rate is hovering around 194, 195 beats per minute. Shows that she's still pushing hard, even though she had a pretty substantial gap and lead. She's still not letting off. She still wants to push her best and finish it as soon as possible. And here we see Ruchi in the final stretch. She's finishing with about 400 meters to go, and she's still pushing hard. Her heart rate is up to 198, beats 199 now, so she is not letting off. What a way to finish. Fantastic work. So she takes the preem as well as the win in style. Congratulations, Ruchi. Absolute masterclass. Well done. Okay, now we are over to Lavangi, and she set Ruchi actually set a best lap time on the last lap. That's how much she was pushing. Serious effort. Okay, and now we are watching Lavangi, and she's probably going to bring it in and take second spot. Okay, apologies for that. I lost connection for a little bit. And we are back. So looks like Lavangi is going to be finishing up. She's about 500 meters from the finish. And again, doing the smart thing of popping the featherweight power up right at the uphill section to gain some watt per kilo as she finishes her race. Again, congratulations and well done. Good job coming back from the injury as well, mentally and physically. I know it's a tough place to be in, but just awesome to see um, people fighting back and getting back in the groove of things. Congratulations on second spot. And now let me jump over to Gladys, as she should be finishing up with her race anytime soon. There she is. She's also within the last 500 meters. And this is an excellent race for Gladys. You can certainly see that she pushed hard, and perhaps again get a new 20-minute power. You never know. We'll see once the race is over to see if any of these women were better than their previous race in terms of watts per kilo or overall watts. Here we see Gladys is about to finish and she is going to take third spot. So kudos to Gladys on a strong race, an excellent finish as well. And now I will jump over to Mitra. And here we have Mitra. She is on the third lap, so she is going to finish this shortly as well. An excellent race by her as well. Now we see Mitra is going to finish her race as well. She's about 500 meters from the finish line. And she's even putting in a sprint effort to finish strong. Nice work, Mitra. Good job. Well done. And that's the end of the race, folks. So we have Ruchi taking the preem lap as well as the first spot. We have Lavangi taking the second place in both the preem lap points as well as the overall race, and then Gladys taking third for both the preem lap as well as the race. Mitra pulling in fourth. Thank you everyone for watching, and stay tuned for the next race, which should happen next month. Bye bye now.